Club. I'm Mikey Burrows. Alongside me, as ever, Chris Iwelumo. Our guest this week spent 3 years at Molineux between 2000 and 2003, making 52 appearances, becoming a cult figure and falling in love with the city that he now calls home. Welcome to the Old Gold Club, Mo Camara.
Thank you, mate.
It's brilliant to have you, and we've been talking on the podcast about the fact that this is now your home. You could have chosen anywhere: Paris, Derby, Glasgow, Burnley.
We called our own destiny, you know. It's my destiny to back in here. I could have said Glasgow because my ex-wife's from Glasgow. She's Scottish.
But you love it here.
Yeah.
And is that because this club stayed a part of your heart as well?
Yeah, definitely. I got absolutely 2 fabulous seasons in here. Unfortunately, last third year, I was injured, so I couldn't exploit my quality properly. But 2 years absolutely was fantastic for me here.
So tell me then, Mo, right, so summer of 2000, you come to Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts about obviously coming to English football? What was your thoughts about the football club itself? Because it's a big decision. You know, at 19 I went over to Denmark. What was your thoughts coming to Wolverhampton, the club it was?
In France, when you come from outside of Paris, my first club was Beauvais. And also young player that period of time were dreaming to play English league because that period of time, you know, fans close the pitch and football high intensity. It's not even bad technically because technically it was more in Italy that period of time and Spain. But what it was good in England, it was a high intensity. You don't see anyone cheering, pace to pace, no one racing. I mean, it was for us that period of time, especially to me, my game. It was good for me to come in England. My dream is to come and play in England. Arsenal, by the way. It was Arsenal because I'm Arsenal fan. And yeah, soon I got a possibility with Colin Cameron. So yeah, Colin Lee, pardon. So straight up, yeah, jump on it.
What did Colin Lee say to you about the football club at the time? Do you remember?
To be honest with you, no, because I got a possibility to go to Leicester before with Martin O'Neill. And my transfer fed that period of time, Le Havre Football Club and Leicester City didn't go well between them. So, and after that, when Colin Lee just called me, say, well, do you want to come and look in on our club, or it's like a beginning because I don't have any clue what Wolverhampton was. So yeah, I said I come in one pre-season for training for a week, and after that one, let's see history, you know. Yeah.
You said there about, you know, the English football, the intensity of the match, but you knew what your game was about.
Yeah.
So coming into that dressing room, which was it was a quite how can I put it, very intense dressing room, some big characters there.
Yeah.
The training, the games. How did you find that transition? Because it's very different from French football.
Yeah.
So how was, even though that you knew that your game was probably suited to that high intense, the energy, what you brought technically as well.
Yeah.
How did was that transition as smooth?
It was very hard beginning. For couple of months, it was absolutely hard for me. Even the way we live in France, dressing room, you come in, you check everyone's hand, good morning, looking that person face to face. When I came first time in Wolves, I look in there, check someone hand. Someone looking Chedley, I don't know if a guy called Chedley. He's taking his hand off because he's not used to. It's all right, it's fine, you know what I mean? But every training ground, after training, it took me a couple hours to recover, and I still was younger because he got intensity in training ground. And people, it's everything about 50-50. Everyone have go 100% in. Any contact is 50-50. We know you start one in France in training ground. When someone come in contact with you, you just calm down and just, you know what I mean? In here, no. So when I see, sometimes I get angry with people. I say, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? After that one, you know, I was almost better, yeah.
Well, you had Kevin Muscat.
Oh, he's a tough guy, yeah. Good personality, good lad in life. One is like Gabriel Heinze was talking about from Manchester United. So he was an absolutely tough guy, yeah.
The kind of guy that you're glad he's on your team and you're not having to play against him.
Oh, I played against him a couple of times. No, I'm not. Wanted someone harder. I was a skinny little guy. But I like who everyone to be. I like contact if you want, basically. You know what I mean? I played against him against Millwall. When he was in Millwall, I was in Burnley. We both left in Wolves. He was playing for Millwall. I played for Burnley. So yeah, I can make him feel it myself too, you know. But he was a tough guy. I was absolutely tough guy.
Because there was him. I'm looking down the list now. Ludo Polle.
Yeah.
He's kind of big fans' favourite.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. Neil Emblem.
Yeah, Neil Emblem. Yeah.
You've been a tough guy as well in that.
Yeah, was tough guy, good player, nice guy in life, absolutely good guy, yeah.
And the one that I know a lot of people would like to know what he was kind of like, Tamuri Ketsbaya.
Oh, Ketsbaya, he was a strong personality, yeah. Yeah, he was funny guy, yeah. When he came, I think he came from Newcastle, we signed him from Newcastle, yeah. Yeah, for training, everything, he never study morning, everything he does, if he plays his team, he does. Turning around, if he loses in the game, he never his fault, always blame someone. He was a good player, yeah. He was a good player, yeah.
What would you say how was Colin Lee? Obviously he's got this strong group. He's brought you in as a young lad as well to another country. Yeah. Would you say that he was supportive in a manager, or did he just say, like, that's you amongst the lions, you either survive or you don't, or is that something that he understood the transition as well for you? He obviously knew the quality that you'd bring to the squad. Did he help you in that way, in that transition as well?
Yeah, to be honest, when I came in here beginning, our squad, no like a squad we go on here in moment. It's not too much quality. When I came my first year, when they've just come in Wolves, that's where we bought a lot of good player, good strong personality. When I came, it was more like a friendship, family club. Friend to friend, if you want, basically. It's nothing like my second year was Dave Jones is coming in. Yeah. He bought all quality. We got 22 quality player, if you want, basically.
Well, on that then, so you said it was like a family club and friends and things. Surely that was better for you in that transition then in that first year, because if Dave Jones was manager and then he's bringing in all this quality and like those big characters that basically win, would you have survived?
I don't think so, beginning. If I came in the same area my second year, it would have been hard for me to survive it. First year was a little bit different because Ludovic Poli came before me. He was French who played same club in it. Him and Le Havre for a couple of years with him. So that's helped me a lot too. But in the dressing room, even now you guys struggling to understand my accent, it was more hard for me that period of time to communicate with people. Yep. But they was friend with me, take me in town, have free beer, take me to the house. Kevin Muscat, lovely guy, take me to his house, go have, you know what I mean, to have fun with him. It was absolutely different club compared to now, yeah.
And because some of the players that came in that you mentioned from the kind of the Dave Jones period, Mark Kennedy, Sean Newton, Colin Cameron, Nathan Blake, Alex Ray, Kenny Miller, Dean Sturridge. These were kind of big characters, but also like winners.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, in training ground it was very tough that period of time. Yeah, every ball, every single time we have to fight it. Even sometimes something when something happened, dressing room, sitting dressing room, you know, it was absolutely I would say that period of time I was more ready for English football compared to my first year. First year was more like adapt myself. And if you're looking properly, when Colin coming, Dave Jones coming, that was my best season in Wolves because I was ready to fight my place. I was ready to step up to play left back or left winger, whatever position manager want to play me that period of time. Yeah.
Well, on that, you've just said about fighting for place there. The competition, it brings out the best.
Exactly.
And a lot of us. So you're up against Lee Naylor as well. Yeah. A quality coming through the product, the youth product as well. So how was that, the competition? How was the relationship? Because as a striker, I know when a new striker comes into the club, you know, it's do or die. It's competition. Yeah. You have to be at your best. Yeah. You have to show the manager exactly what you're about. Every single day, you can't let it slip. How did you find that? Because you spoke already about the mentality of certain players when they come to the end of football. Yeah. But you have to be mentally strong as well as physically at the top. Yeah. So that competition, how did that get the best out of you?
Even when I was younger, 12 years boy, because when I come from in a PSG in France, it was one of the best team in France ever. So also younger player don't pass through PSG academy, going outside in Paris, Beauvais, Lille, whatever it is. So when I was younger, 12 years boy, I couldn't get PSG academy one, so I have to go to Beauvais one. Small academy was not far away from my family, mom, dad. So we have to go to the 12 years boy. It was like practically what I born in the jungle, if you want, basically. Yeah. You have to fighting every single day to being part of the academy because every year they have to give you 1 year's contract. It's not like now. You go 6 years or 7 years, you know what I mean, 6 years. So every year you have to fight it to say, well, I want to keep that place because we don't have the option. I'm not one person in Cleveland school. I got one option: play football to save my life. If you want, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to say where I come from, you know what I mean? Because that was rough area, you know what I mean? So that mentality already was with me before I came in Wolves a little bit.
Yeah.
My first year was a little bit different because people was more friendship with me. So when Dave Jones brought also a player, and at that period of time, Lee Nailo played for England under 21 game. Everybody said to me, you never taken his place. Oh, is the English number one under 21? I said, it's fine. If I give my all, my best, and manager didn't see it's fine for me, I move on different place.
Yeah.
And it happened, so I play practically that season all game practically, yeah.
No, fantastic, brilliant.
Because the big thing, obviously, of that main season under Dave Jones was the fact that you got into an incredible position in the table, and then let it slip.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
What happened? Well, you tell me about it. What happened?
It's football sometime, yeah. So, yeah, we did, I think so from last 10 games in the season, wasn't I think so 8 points in the front in the top league. And the last 10 or whatever game it is in the season, all confident, I don't know, it can drop completely. We couldn't...
Yeah, but why? That's what I'm saying. You're 8 points, the characters, the leaders, the winners in that dressing room. What? It's not because it's not complacency, because you even said yourself, in training, 50-50, everything was 100%.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know things go against you in luck, but there's got...
I think my opinion is Dave Jones bought a lot of players, and transfer windows, he bought 3-4 more players, strong character in the dressing room. So that period of time, between we lost one game, when he got so many strong personality in the dressing room, when he lost a couple more games, and people fight, you know, we got this one in here, this one in here, and they clash. Sometimes it's not good for harmony for team. If you want, basically.
Agree, yeah.
And we didn't find after that. We find out on last 10 game in the season, because if we lost in a game, this person, I don't go say any name, this personality go against over one will get over one. So it didn't work out yet.
Because you'd won 7 games in a row from February to March, and then you only won 2 of the last 9.
Yeah, and we had, for me, that period of time in the championship, that's one of the best Wolves team ever. Because Dave Jones ball has some good player. Yeah. If you look in it properly, that period of time, and the good money was maybe high spending money that period of time in the championship. If you look in it, it's happened in football sometimes. All you can say, you know.
Yeah, it's one of them. I think you said there that transfer window, certain probably strong characters were brought in.
Yeah, if you
and everyone can't play.
Yeah.
So the players that don't play, they're going to be disappointed. They're going to want to play, as any professional should want to, and that maybe caused a little bit of unrest.
In group, if you want, basically, specialist when you win is fine.
Yeah, but
when you lost one game, so you know what I mean. So sometimes it's quite tough, you know. And that period of time in the front, you got Nathan Blake. You got June Stories, you got Kenny Miller. Even sometimes he can play in Kennedy in front. You got who's again? Adam Pradlock. And sometimes, you know, it was hard to to choose on who's striker going to play in front. George Enda, you know. So you got so many strikers that period of time. You know?
Because you also maybe suffered with injuries at the worst time as well, didn't you, at that period?
Yes, yeah. Because that period of time, and soon we'll come back in the pre-season. I had absolutely fantastic pre-season. Last game in the season, we played Scotport away, and I got my injury. And the weekend after fall, we have to play league.
But I mean, from the time when you obviously let it slip, there's Muscat, I think, got injured. Mark Kennedy, I think, got injured towards the end of the season. And in that period when you really needed everybody to be there to get yourselves over the line, did that play a factor?
I don't think so, because we got absolutely good squad that period of time. If you take Kennedy out, you got left winger, could play left winger that period of time. We got like 22 players, absolutely strong and powerful, and even technically good squad that period of time. It's kind of stuff it can happen in football. It's like Wolves, everyone think and moment before Watford game, they will win easily against Watford because he beat United twice. So everyone think, Wolves is favorites to beat Watford. Yeah. And he scored 2 goals last minute. He still find out how we go score 2 goals last. Watford go score 2 goals last 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it was that period of time.
Because it's the thing in football, isn't it? About sometimes momentum can be really, really important, either within a game or over the course of a battle? Because you finished 11 points ahead of Norwich, but because of the way you'd finished the season, and then in that first leg of the semi-final, Norwich score in the last minute to make it 3-1 to give themselves the cushion.
And we bat them in here. We won 1-0 in here. We could score 5-6 goals that one in here, seriously. It's our best game we couldn't score. We score 1-0. Seriously, it would be 5-6-0 for us. It would be easily that game. Sometimes if it's something, your destiny, what you can do about it, you know what I mean? So we did our best specialist that game, second legs in here. First leg, we did coup mistake and defensively. It didn't work in our specialist last 10 minutes. They scored. I think the third one killed us a little bit. But when we saw second legs in here, home in here, from first minute to last minute, we dominated them for 90 minutes. And we couldn't score that days.
How did you react to that through that probably close season then?
Depressive.
But how long did it take for you to let it go? Because it's one of those things. I think footballers, any professional athlete, we are very self-critical of ourselves. We're very harsh on ourselves. Maybe we overdo it. So in that period, you say it was probably a low, depressing time. But you have to then think, right, we have to be right. And you said you had an amazing pre-season and then the injury set in. That, again, tests you mentally as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. After that season, I lost playoff for semi-final against Norwich. 2-3 weeks, seriously, I couldn't go out. You know what I mean? So I was like completely, my house, I know myself I missed something. Because if you go up that year, you know what I mean, it would have been completely different, And after that one, I said, okay, you need to wake up in here. Remember where you come from. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's football game. So you realize it. So it's one game. I got 10 more years in the front of me, so I can catch up whatever happened with Norwich. So And after that, I went on a holiday, French Caribbean. I come back, I recharge my battery, and back in pre-season again. And absolutely good pre-season. One of my best pre-season ever. And the last game in the pre-season before season kickoff, I got injured in the money, So
And that was it.
That was it, that was it, But luckily, that was my destiny too, because after that one, I went in the Burnley. One of my two best season, completely season, it was in the Burnley in my career, I did that one,
You must have had to be pretty mentally strong though to cope, because you've just come off the back of what was obviously a difficult time for the football club in the way it ended in that season, but it was a good season for you. You got a lot of game time. You'd effectively secured that spot, and then there's Lee, and Looms mentions the kind of the competition because Dennis Irwin comes in.
Dennis Irwin was more right back one because when manager bought him, I remember I spoke to Dev Jones to say because Dennis Irwin was a player left back in Manchester United. When he came in here, me and Niall were looking at already got two left back in here. Who's got third left back? Who's got? Say no, don't worry about it. You got to compete against United. Then he's got to play in a right back if you want, basically. So that's helped us a little bit if you want, basically. It was ready for him, but he was a good guy too, And where I come from in France is tough area. It's very tough. So everything you have to take in a positive way. Say you restart again if you want, basically.
So that season, the 2002 and 3 season, you never made an appearance. No. Obviously injury, competition. This is what we do. This is what we love. This is what we're here to do. That's like what Mike said. It must be difficult to come in every day if you're get treatment, be around the squad. But then when you have that fitness and you're back training, not to play, not to be involved, that's testing, surely.
Definitely, for 6 months, because I was out practically 6 months. And after when I came back training over first team a little bit, it was hard for me because team do absolutely well. Even before Naylor play well, so I couldn't ask no more the manager to take someone do well. You know what I mean? So I want to play. I got a 3-4 game, and the 21 that period time we call it. So it was very hard. I said, well, it was no. All I can do at the moment, do my best to come back to my level where I was before. And even I come back my level, if a team do well, manager can change and team win it. You know what I mean? So I have to accept it, you know.
And you were accepting of that the team were doing well?
Yeah.
Because even then it's like you want the team to win, but you want the player in your position not to play so well or make a couple. You do.
Yeah.
You know, If I'm sitting on the bench, you want the team to win.
Yeah.
Always you want but you don't want the striker to score. The goals can come from somewhere else, please.
Exactly, yeah. But sometimes that's football, that's selfish from football.
Yeah.
Because you want to be part of the team, no part of the team saying in the stand, you want to play in it. If you don't have that mentality, it don't have nothing to do with football, you know.
Did you know that the end was coming then?
In Wolverhampton?
Through that period?
To be honest, you know, because when I spoke to Dave Jones of free time, he wanted to keep me. But by that period of time, I think I was 28 or 29. I want to play regularly.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to Premier League. So if I'm going today, you got to buy a new player again. You got to bring squad game big again. I got less game to do it.
Yeah.
So I say for me, it's better for me to go to Burnley. Burnley, that period of time is not like Burnley now.
Yeah.
Manager turned and called me, wanted me. So I guarantee left back, number 3, everything. So it was good for me to go into there to restart everything beginning again, to prove it to put them at level like it was before.
Sorry, Limbs, I was just going to say that must take an awful lot though when you leave, knowing that the team's going up. That you could have, just had a year as a Premiership footballer.
But even on the back of that, with your attributes and your qualities, the Premier League's probably better suited for you as well. So that's another that must come into the thinking in your decision.
I played in French Premier League around for 3 seasons. I know that was good for me in here. But sometimes you have to accept it. You know, my contract was to end. And what's point to go in the Premier League? Manager go bring a 3-4 player in the Premier League and you go sit down and look in your whatever support you got for your teammate. But you want to involve it, you want to play it. Sometimes forgot by your ego. Say, well, all right, okay, Premier League is top league forever. But I need to go down again, restart my career again because I was injured. So I have to rebuild my career again. That's what I did. I went in the Burnley and the one is my best 2 seasons complete I did on the Burnley. Yeah.
And there's a funny thing in football sometimes, isn't there? Because you went to Scotland to Celtic, and then Lee Naylor ends up there.
Yeah.
You go to Derby, and then Lee Naylor ends
up there. He followed me everywhere. That's awesome. I said, don't follow me with my ex,
you were also very popular with the fans.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that at the time?
Well, a little bit. To be honest with you, one day sing, I don't know one day sing about it. To be honest, because I couldn't speak English, so I just heard my name, you know. So yeah.
What do you put it down to? Why did they take to you the way?
Hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Everything I do in life, I put the 100% in. Friendship, my bar, whatever I do in life, in love, everything I give 100%. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
You think is there something about maybe football fans, especially from around here, that appreciate that a lot?
I think so. English mentality. That's everyone appreciate that. When you give your 100%, everything they do, they love it. It's not. I went to the Burnley, it was same. I went to Scotland for year it was same. So that be same. I think so. When you grow that mentality, so you give your 100% in everything he does. People love it. You know what I mean? In England, especially this place. In a foreign country, completely different. When you go to France, when you go to Spain, you have to go a little bit that quality if you want. Basically, technically, you have to give something different. They love you that case. But I think so. In England, if you give your whole your hard work, everything you do, they love it. Yeah.
Because there was always a thing that I think that we always thought that you played 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's me. That's me until now. That's me. Yeah, everything I do. Yeah.
But yet you never scored.
Well,
you were flying forward all the time.
I never score. Yeah, I never score because way that period of time it was in the winger. You got more time to cross it, get a score and a goal. It's not like full back now, left back or left winger now. If I play this team now, Wolves team now, even I think I could score 5 goals now in a moment because you more to end. To backward. People forgot it. I was left back, and that's how completely from goalkeeper, and you have to go now. You have to pass a lot of people to score a goal that period of time. That's my excuse, maybe.
Right, go on.
No, carry on.
We're going to get into the rundown because we've kind of gone through, and we'll get to it. We normally ask the question of the best goal you scored, and obviously there wasn't one for Wolves. So,
unfortunately,
So we've planned ahead for that, Looms, as we
We're ready
always
for
do.
it.
Kick us off, my friend.
Right. So the best player that you played with at Wolves?
Alex Rae.
You had a funny relationship with Alex Rae, didn't
Yeah, he was my teammate and my roommate. Yeah, you have to be him because you got everything you're asking as a box player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can score a goal, he can defend, he can be nasty, so everything in a pitch, yeah.
Who was the worst trainer at the club?
Worst trainer in club, let me think about it.
You mentioned Kevin Muscat probably kicked you
Paul
a few
Butler.
times. Paul Butler?
Yeah, worst trainer. Someone, Paul Butler, yeah.
Why? What did he just not...
Because he couldn't run.
I know that
He
one.
couldn't run, everything like 1 against 1, he's struggling, he more in against manager, why you put them against fast player? He couldn't run.
Well, that probably answers the next question as well. The biggest moaner at the club?
Kesbaya. Yeah. In Wolves, yeah. You have to be Kesbaya, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's just that thing of... Because you always have the visions of Timuri Ketsbayo, just that he could go off at any point.
Oh, anytime. Anytime. From a manager to player to staff. It can be here or down here. Yeah.
Who was your best friend at Wolves?
Why different? Because I got a good relationship with Alex Rae, and I got Ludovic Paulet was because he was France. He come from France, like same club, always all together. Yeah, I would say Alex Rae. Yeah.
Right. The best and worst dress sense?
Including myself.
You put yourself in there. Yeah, I think you're up there.
Worst is me. I would say yeah.
The worst is who?
Dress is me, yeah.
No.
Because I didn't see me all the time, yeah. Yeah, worst dress is me, yeah. Best dress I would say Carl Robinson.
Okay.
Carl Robinson, yeah. He was a smart, it's like proper, when he dressed like an Italian, little bit Italian guy, he was, yeah, I would say Carl Robinson, yeah.
Is George and Da as well, he's come up as smart.
George and Da, yeah, he was not far away, but Carl Robinson had something like, little bit class lady, love it,
I can't believe you put yourself as the worst.
I know, I'm not having
yeah,
that
to be honest for you.
That must have been some dressing room, that.
In fact,
I'm telling you
not
what.
having this.
No, you're being nice. I want you to throw someone under the bus here. Mo.
Oh, if I take myself out. Lescott, Ashley. Lescott, yeah. Lescott was not far away because...
He's delighted.
Yeah. John Lescott, because he from Birmingham.
He's already WhatsApped him, look.
Lescott no was far away. Because he was young up at your time. You know what they dress like, yeah, trying to think, come back, his first team. I think so Lescott no was far away, yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted. Yeah. That's what I wanted. Who was the funniest player that you played with?
Funny player I played with... Robbie Blake in Burnley. I don't know if you know him.
I know him well.
He's funny guy ever. Seriously, Robbie Blake in Burnley, yeah.
What about Wolves?
Wolves, yeah, have to be... I'm thinking because it was cross songs. Actually, Nathan Blake is no was alright. He got strong personality, but he was no bad in the dressing room. Yeah, Nathan, yeah. He can be funny, seriously. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comes across as very serious to me, Blake. He does. Played against him many a time. Who the best manager that you worked for at Wolves?
Oh, you make him in trouble, mate.
No trouble here.
In the pan football way in Wolves, that I would say Colin Lee, because he look after me like his son.
Yeah.
That was key, yeah.
No, I think it's important, yeah.
We've got to this moment. What was the best goal that you saw scored? The best goal that you were on the pitch for, that you might have contributed to?
Well, it have to be Barnsley here. Didn't sorry score it. Across for him, he scored it. It won nothing, so 2-0 that days, because action was absolutely, if you're looking, I don't know if in that period of time, if you got an image, action from back, back four, so, and I passed couple player because I got pace that period of time, and the perfect ball for him to score in the Wolves, yeah.
Do you take as much satisfaction out of that
Yes.
You just making assists. See, that's what's different. That's what I don't understand about. Like, no, I don't understand it about, because a striker, you score the goal. But I used to see like the defenders, like you got Neil Collins and Jody Craddock, and even Danny Bath coming through, high-fiving when they're clearing, and well done, man. I'm thinking,
but that's because you score goals.
Yeah, but
Mo didn't score goals. He's got to take some pleasure in something else.
But it's you know what I mean. For you to actually, you've said the best goal, Barnsley 2-0 win, Sturridge, the ball gliding past a couple of players, putting it on a plate for him. And I guess, I try and understand it, but I don't think it ever will. Okay. I don't think it ever will.
We will finish this rundown on our podcast extra, which is available to download from all the usual places. And also, I've noticed recently, I wasn't aware of this, but should have been, you can actually listen to all the full episodes via the Wolves app as well, that you can download for your mobile phone. Mo, been brilliant to have you in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There'll be more for Mo on our podcast as well. We'll get a little bit more into Murray Ketzbayer and your relationship with Alex Rae as well on our podcast extra. Thank you very much for watching the Old Goal Club.
Thank you.